In the year 2002, I was no-knock raided by the chief of police, Michael Moore, of LAPD with an entire SWAT team twice in the same month. Since that date, I began studying the history of America and constitutional law. I am an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. Over the past couple years, what I've done is I've been able to devise a system, understanding that the police have created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols that they use to arrest you. I've also created a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for you to follow that gives you back the power when you're forced to interact with these jackboot thug pigs. It has become a tyrannical jackboot thug police state, prison state, death state. I will win the governorship and I will change the policies from the top down.
Hi, I'm Corporal William with the Philadelphia County Sheriff's Office. The reason I pulled you over is you don't have any tail lights on.
So cops got me pulled over. First thing I'm going to do when I start recording is I'm going to put this hand right here. You see that? You see how that works? This hand is now up in the air. My camera is going to bright up the sky. So if it's nighttime, then the coppers can see that the camera is in my hand. You can see that my hand is here. The other hand goes up into the window. I'm in touchdown position right here. My hands look like they're a goalpost. This hand is actually, I took my little miniature armrest right here. I put it up right here. Bam. This is how I use my trifold. If anything happens to me, I'm all set right here. Okay, now that I got this like this, my camera's rolling. Most important thing. Second thing, my elbow goes in the windowsill right there. Do you see that? My elbow goes in the windowsill right there. There it is, right there. Now, with this hand up in the air and this hand up in the windowsill right here, I'm all set. I'm all set. The most I'm going to do is take the same hand right here, reach down and slightly roll my window down just a scooch. I'm all set up. I'm in touchdown position. This hand is rolling camera. This hand is up here so that I can reach up and grab my trifold and my proof of identification and my license. Everything is up in my visor. When that copper comes up to my window and he says, "Do you know why I pulled you over? Do you know how fast you were going? How come you didn't pull over right away?" If he says, "Hey, can I get your license, registration, and proof of insurance?" Great, because this hand is not going to have a camera in it. The one that I got my hand in now, my camera's in this hand over here. I'm in touchdown position, just like a goalpost. Now from right here, I'm going to reach over and I'm going to, with the same hand that this phone's in, I'm going to reach over and grab my license, registration, and proof of insurance that is in my trifold right here. It's inside my trifold. Here's my license, registration, and proof of insurance right there. I got everything right there. See how that works? I'm just going to slide that bad chicken out. There's everything I have to provide by law right there. License, registration, proof of insurance. I have everything right next to my trifold. Now, no matter what he says from there, I don't care what he says. How fast were you going? Are you going to your grandma's house? Are you the big bad wolf? No matter what he says, I'm not going to answer any of his questions. I take my license, registration, proof of insurance that will be in my left hand, and I give it to him. You got it on video?
Not your actual.
No, that's not that, but that's got my DL number right on the top.
Okay.
D1940.
So you have your actual driver's license?
Well, I mean, that is an actual photocopy of my driver's license, a laser copy. Actually, if I take the rest of the tape off there, it looks prettier than my actual driver's license. There you go. I don't want to deal with he didn't identify himself. He didn't have his registration. He didn't have his current ID. He didn't have his current insurance card. No, no, no. I have everything ready to go. It's right here with the same hand right here. I'm going to take it like this, and I'm just going to slip my information right out the cracked window for that jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. JBTP, jackboot thug pig. Put it in the comment section. I don't have a back and forth with the pig. I don't do that. I do not have a back and forth with that pig. Where are you going? Where are you heading? All that? No. I'm not going to answer any questions. I'm not even going to entertain it. Not going to nod. Nothing. I'm going to give him my license, registration, proof of insurance. I'm just going to slip it right there. That's how it's going to work. Here's my license, my registration, and my proof of insurance. Here's the insurance. Here's the rental car agreement. And my driver's license is right here. If you're poor and white or black or brown, don't reach around because you could die. It's a real thing. It's a reality here. So now I'm not going to get myself killed because I didn't follow a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols. I'm recording everything with my phone from over here. Everything's being recorded. You see that? The phone is facing me, so my head is the most important thing. Now, once I've given him my license, registration, and proof of insurance, I'm filming everything. He asked me where I'm going. I say I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Okay.
If you ask me another question, you're violating my rights, and I'll file a lawsuit against you. Write your ticket, do what you're going to do, but don't harass me any further.
Your Honor, I'm showing him on camera that I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Piggy loses qualified immunity for questioning me. Say it with me. Piggy loses qualified immunity for questioning me. This is how it goes. This is the way it is. Now, if he says, where are you going? Where are you coming from? Do you have a firearm in the car? I'm then going to take my trifold and point at it, and I'm going to go down the list of questions. Don't ask me where I'm going. Don't ask me where I've been. Don't ask me what my favorite color is. Don't ask me if I have a firearm. Don't ask me if I've been drinking. It says everything right there on your freaking trifold. You don't have to answer any questions. He says, where are you coming from? And I say, Your Honor, I have shown the pig at the window that I clearly have identified that I've invoked my Fifth Amendment, and he already asked me where I'm going. He's violated my Fifth Amendment right. I'm showing him on video. It's on the literature. Your Honor, this is for my federal civil rights lawsuit. If I was you, pig, I would just go write your ticket. That's what I would do if I was you, pig.
Get the hell out of my face. There's everything you need. Go on.
That's what I would. If I was you, piggy, I would go and write your ticket. This is how it works. This is how you use your trifold completely. This is the way you do it. There's no other way that I've taught. This is how you do it. Phone goes here. Elbow goes here. Trifold, identification, everything is up in the visor here. I'm ready to go. These bootlicking troll channels, they sat down and they did the math one time and they said, well, Chille, if he sells 20 trifolds in a day, that's some pretty good money. Why would he live so poor? Why wouldn't he spend some money? Why wouldn't he go and do some things? Well, you jack off nobody. It's because I have a mission. There's a purpose here. My purpose is to get a trifold in every single car in America. The mission is to get the Fifth Amendment cop cards in everybody's wallet. The yellow and blue cards only come out when there's a pig in front of you. That's when the yellow and blue cards come out. You don't pull the yellow and blue cards out until there's a pig in front of you. You memorize the cards so you know it backwards and forward. But this is how you do it. This is how you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the new redesigned Fifth Amendment cop card. Now, the driver card is in blue and the non-driver card is in yellow. Now, they're easily color-coded. So you know driving is blue, non-driving is yellow. You have to have a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards in your wallet at all times. If you carry your credit cards in your phone, it's the exact same size as your Visa, as your driver's license. And these cards, they're made out of the exact same material as a hotel key, your Visa card, your driver's license. They don't destroy. It won't melt in your wallet. You need to have a Fifth Amendment driver and non-driver cop card in your wallet. These are the best gift you'll ever give anybody. Thanks. My name is ChilleDeCastro, and I am DeleteLawZ. What's going on out there in the land of YouTube? What's going on out there in the land of the unfree America? How is everybody doing today? Can you do me a favor and hit the like button? Hit the like button. Take your finger and just reach down there, that little thumbs up thing right there, and just hit the like button. And then if you would please put down in the chat OTVO. Overturn Terry versus Ohio. Put it in the chat for me. Put OTVO in the chat. Today's the day. I'm doing what I normally do. Today, if you get a trifold, I'm giving you another one for free, and I'm giving you a pair of Fifth Amendment cop cards that you put in your wallet. They're going to come with your trifold for free. You don't have to say anything. I'm just going to pack your envelope with an extra free trifold with an extra broccoli wad rubber band so you can give one of these trifolds to your son, your brother, your cousin, your lover. And I'm going to give you a set of cop cards. I sell these for $10. I'm going to put them in the envelope anyway. I'm going to give it away today. And then let's give away at least 5 free trifolds during this live stream to people who don't have the cash. And I'm going to give away 5 trifolds and 5 cop cards during this live stream. What's up with the Playboy? What's going on?
What is going on out there in the land of the unfree America? If you guys don't know, my name is ChilleDeCastro. I'm an autodidactic constitutional law scholar. I studied the history of law, how the rule of law was created, going back into the social contract, John Locke's theory on natural law. And then as it progressed forward into understanding the presidents, the states, the justices, how we got to this point, understanding Supreme Court case law that is creating legislation from the bench, which I consider to be horrifically bad. So what's going on? How is everybody? Today's the day. I'm going to give you guys an extra trifold, and I'm going to give you a pair of cop cards in your envelope. Let's get this stuff out. Let's get as many as we can out into the public. Teach your friends how to use the cards. It's a step-by-step tutorial. It's so simple. It is so easy to use these cards. I want you guys to make sure everybody gets a cop card trifold in your car at all times. Going to watch a few videos today. I want to show you there are some people who just, they give every excuse to cops. It is just so unbelievable how they're willing to give the cops the benefit of the doubt constantly. It's so frustrating. You know, cop pulled me over for no reason. You can see the headline right here from Wishes. I haven't subscribed to his channel yet. I just saw the video this morning and I was like, man, the people need to see this video. You know, it is just so incredible to see and hear how people give the cops the benefit of the doubt constantly. I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you know that cops are not your friend. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that they're not your friend. And, you know, the theme that I've had going this week is, but don't call them pigs. But don't call them pigs. Nobody, they don't want to be called pigs. They don't want to be called pigs. They don't want to be called pigs. But yet their behavior would dictate that they are called a pig because of the way that they behave. And this guy, from the beginning of this stop until the end of the stop, he's being stalked. And it's just, you know, you have to follow a very, Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates piggies. You have to follow a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for yourself, or the jackboot thug pigs are going to lock you up. They're going to impound your car, put you in the torture cuffs, drag you off to the dungeon, and steal your money. And that's what's going to happen to you. It's a sad, sad reality of life. Cope, doggy dog. What is going on? What is going on with the Cope, doggy dog? How you doing, Coper? Good to see you, man. Thanks for all your support. I appreciate it. Thanks for all y'all's support. I super appreciate y'all.
My printer's acting good.
Was on my way back home. I noticed I forgot my wallet. I had literally just left my house and turned around as soon as I noticed. So what are the coppers doing there on the side of the road? What are they doing right there in the median? If the coppers are your friend, why are they sitting right there? What's the goal? What are they doing? Why are they sitting right there in the middle of the median? How come? Why is that? Why are they just sitting there for what? In case a child gets hit by a car? Could be that. To make sure that everybody's staying safe. I know the Quickie Mart on the corner there has gotten robbed several times. So the cops are sitting there as a deterrent to make sure nobody robs the Quickie store right there on the corner. Is that what it is? Or do you think maybe they're sitting there to try to steal your money, to try to find a reason to pull you over? But don't call them pigs. Whatever you do, don't call them pigs. They're not being greedy little pigs right here. They're here to help the community. They're here to help us out. That's why he's sitting right there. Is that another piggy car sitting right there in the grass? Unmarked car, gray, dark black tinted windows. They're just sitting there to help us out. Okay, so he's sitting here. Is there a reason to light him up and put sirens on him? I don't think there is. You could just walk up and tap him on the shoulder. What a show of authority. I got to splash my sirens at you. Then the Tesla pulls over as well, believing that he's being pulled over. And then, as you can see, he pulls over right there in the middle of the intersection. We need the intersection to be free flowing, but he's probably afraid if he drives any further down the road that the cops will act like psychopaths. Well, they'll show their true form, which is psychopathy. So part of the reason why I showed this video is because, holy smokes, Angry Vet gifted 50 DeleteLawZ memberships. Thank you, Angry Vet. I appreciate you. I owe you a phone call anyway. I'm just, my head's just coming back on straight. If you guys can tell, this live stream is going pretty smooth because I finally am starting to get my head back on. I've been just a mess. I've been a mess, to be honest with you. I would love to lie and say that, no, I've been just A-okay perfect, but I haven't been. You know, I thought I would start eating healthy right away, but I didn't. I started just eating garbage and having, some pizza and eating the roasted chicken with the sweet potatoes. You know, I just started enjoying real food. But everybody, if you're not subscribed to Angry Vet's channel, he's an activist. He's an auditor. He puts himself in harm's way. He's been arrested several times. If you don't know who the Angry Vet is, I'm sure this team does, Team DLZ. We know who the Angry Vet is. If you're not subscribed, though, get over to his channel. One of the moderators dropped his link down in the chat. But, okay, so the reason why I showed this video is because of what this guy on the bike says, the words he says out loud, which are just like state propaganda. It just frustrates me beyond all belief.
Hey. Hello. Good.
Driver's license and insurance.
So I can show you my insurance. I was on the way home because I forgot my wallet. I just now realized that, but here, yeah. I saw you guys. I was like, they're gonna pull me over.
Why are we pulling you over?
Because my plates are on my bike.
They're not on the bike.
No, plates here.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on the vehicle.
No, I know. That's why I was going home. I didn't. My bike's been broken. I didn't realize. I went to the gas station. And I was like, oh shit, my shit's on my bike because I do YouTube and stuff. So I have this stick for a camera and I have this. That's why. I don't run or nothing. I'm not like that.
But this is supposed to be on the bike, dude.
Oh, look at this copper. So that's the first time he says, love you too, Angry Vet. Thank you, brother. This is the first time the copper says, but this is supposed to be on the bike, dude. Like this guy, he's going to try to come off as though he is your dad. And let me just run this back just a
oh,
cup.
Shit. I was going home. No. I saw you guys. I was like, I realized. Hello.
Okay. So what do we start off with? Hello is for suckers. Hello is for suckers. You got to have your license, registration, proof of insurance ready to go on a laminated card so you can just give it to him. There should never, ever be a time that you don't have your license, registration, and proof of insurance put together on a laminated card. It should be put. This is a direct marching order. Today's the day you will get your registration, your license, and your proof of insurance. You will make a photocopy of your license and you will put the front and back in a laminated card, and you will get the proof of your insurance, your current most recent insurance, and your current most recent registration. Even if you go to Kinko's and have to shrink it down, and you today will be the day that you get yourself completely organized. Hello is for suckers. They don't give a about you. They don't care about you. They just don't want to be called pigs. Don't call them pigs. They don't want to be called piggies, but this is their behavior. So right off the bat, this guy starts off in the wrong position right away.
Hey. Hello.
Hello is for suckers.
Good.
I'm gonna see driver's license and insurance.
So I can show you my insurance. I was on the way home because I forgot my wallet.
Okay. Your wallet doesn't matter if you have it because you have a copy of this bad chicken on your motorcycle, in your car, on your smart car, in your Tesla, in your Honda, you have a copy of your insurance, proof of registration, and driver's license. It should be just inside of your trifold where you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent immediately. There should be no back and forth. Oh, I just forgot. No. He has to have this fake pleasantries with the man who's pulled him over at the tip of a gun because he's not prepared. He has to pretend as though he appreciates this cop. Put a 1 in the chat if you don't appreciate the cops in this country. And then they'll get to see from you that you don't appreciate them. We don't appreciate you anymore. You've lost our trust. But if you don't have your license, registration, and proof of insurance put together on a laminated card, that's on you, brother. You have to get this done. Today is the day. You say, I'm going down to Kinko's today. I'm getting my license, my registration, my proof of insurance all put together. I'm going to make 3 of these. I'm going to have 1 stashed in my bike seat. I'm going to have 1 stashed in my visor. I'm going to have 1 stashed behind the seat. I'm going to put 1 under the floor mat. So that way you always have. I've been pulled over 3 times. I've used a photocopy of my driver's license and it's worked 3 times. 3 times. And today I'm doing buy 1, get 1 free on trifolds, and you get the cop cards for free. If you want anything else in your envelope, hit me up with your order and I'll give it to you. But get your stuff in order. Get yourself in order. If you can't afford one of these, you email me and I'll email you one you can print out yourself. But I still can't take you down and do this. And now he's got to pretend like he likes this cop. He's got to sit there and pretend like these buddies with this cop and watch this back and forth. Watch how this dirty JBTP tries to pretend like he's his daddy.
I just now realized that, but here, yeah. I saw you guys. I was like, they're going to pull me over.
Why are we pulling you over?
Because that's what you think your job is. You think your job is to pull people over and to revenue collect off of people.
Because my plate's on my bike.
So he admits, because my plate's not on my bike.
Not on the bike.
No, plate's here.
So he's got the plate in his little fanny pack. Okay, fine. But he didn't have his license, registration, and proof of insurance ready to go. So the plate wouldn't have mattered if he had his actual registration on a card. But he doesn't have that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be on the vehicle.
No, I know.
There's the first one.
Home. I didn't. My bike's been broken. I didn't realize. I went to the gas station. And I was like, oh shit, my shit's on my bike because I do YouTube and stuff. So I have this stick for a camera and I have this. That's why. I don't run or nothing. I'm not like that.
But this is supposed to be on the bike, dude.
There's the second time he said it's supposed to be on the bike. He already admitted from the get-go that the plate wasn't on the bike and that he was getting his bike fixed. But that's 2 times this copper has decided to tell him the plate's supposed to be on the bike. He already admitted that the plate wasn't on the bike.
Forgot. My home's literally less than a quarter mile. Take a right.
But it's supposed to be on the bike.
There's the third one. What are you, my dad? What are you, my uncle? What do you think you are, my grandfather? Who the flock are you, jackboot thug pig? It's not your job is to write a ticket. Go write your ticket. You have a copy of my license, registration, proof of insurance. Everything I have to give you by law has been provided. It says right there on your trifold. Everything I have to provide by law has been given to you. 3 times he's patronized this man.
Shouldn't even come out of the driveway without this on your bike.
Oh, there's the 4th time. Now you're going to reiterate. Shouldn't even come out the driveway. Could you imagine that you're a human being and that you're flawed? I mean, look how flawed this jackboot thug pig is. Look at the life choice you made. 10 million different jobs in America. You chose to do this. You chose to be an authoritarian jackboot thug pig. That's what you chose. You chose that. Of all the jobs there are, from being a baker to a banker, from being a zoologist to an apple picker, you name it. There's so many millions of jobs and you chose this. So could I have maybe forgot my license plate? Maybe I did. Look at what the choices you made, bro. Look at the kind of human being you signed up to be. You joined a disgusting organization.
Guys, I know it was my fault. I apologize. It was my fault. I apologize. Here's my insurance. I was going back home, no plate in my license at home.
All right.
Do you need anything else?
For right now, no. Just hold on for me.
Yeah, you're good. Hey, I won't.
And then he has to add in, don't go anywhere. You dirty jackboot thug pig. You have his driver's license.
I knew it was going to happen. I have an ant on my damn thing. There we go.
Listen to what this guy. Listen to what this guy says.
Picture of your license. Is it still a Georgia license or is it?
It's a Georgia license.
That makes sense. Sorry.
Oh, you can't
Find it, but yeah, if you have a picture of it, it'll help.
I might in here.
If you have a picture of it, that would help. What do I preach day in and day out? Get a photocopy of your driver's license. Get a photocopy of your license, front and back. Get it on a laminated card. There's obviously this says for entertainment purposes only. It's not I'm not Brad Pitt, William Bradley Pitt. You have a copy of it, Don DeBomb. What's up, Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? Don DeBomb is in the house, everybody. What is going on? Hit the like button. Push the like button. Don DeBomb is in the hizzy. Listen to this, Copper.
Beautiful. All right, yeah, the registration's good and all that.
Yeah. Here.
Make sure you get that.
There you go. What a nice cop. It's
Oh,
nice.
shut up. Shut your damn line.
Make sure you get that.
There you go. What a nice cop.
As he's telling him, make sure you get and giving him directives and orders, then he says, what a nice copper. You must love being told what to do. Do you drop down and lick their boots? Like, I don't need to be reprimanded and told what to do and this and that and that and this. You're not better than me, JBTP. Roger Lane gifted out 10 DLZ memberships. Welcome, Roger. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. All right, on. Freedom News Now is here, too. What is going on? Roger, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. We got to build back up. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Freedom News Now? So listen, that copper, if you have if you got your license, registration, proof of insurance on a laminated card, whether you got plates on or not, whether you were speeding, no matter what you were doing, you can then put the trifold right in his face and say, everything I need to provide by law is in the slip below. Right there. Now you don't got to sit there and go, oh, what a nice cop. What a good guy. What are you talking about? He's there to punish you. He's there to take your money. He's there to hope to impound your vehicle, drag you off to the dungeon, and steal your money. What the flock are you talking about? He's not a nice guy. He's ready to put the torture cuffs on you, bud. Put a 1 in the chat if that copper is ready to put the torture cuffs on the guy who's riding the motorcycle. Put a 1 in the chat if that cop is ready to torture cuff him. In 2 seconds flat, you got an unpaid child support. You got an unpaid traffic ticket. Cuff him up. That's what they're ready to do right then and right there. But now all of a sudden he's some sort of nice guy.
All that.
Yeah. Here.
Make sure you get that.
There you go. What a nice
Bullshit.
cop.
Bullshit.
Nice guy.
He's not a nice guy.
He's a very cool
No,
cop.
he's
He
not.
rides a bike. He has an Indian, like a bagger.
He is not a nice guy. He is not a nice person. I'm sorry. You cannot sign up to those policies, procedures, and protocols of torture cuffing people and say, what a nice copper.
Cool. Talking about my bike, talking about whatever. Don't know what he's going to do. We'll see. Plate was on the bike and then my license, obviously. But, I mean, we're chilling. I'm not.
What a nice bike. I mean, take a look at the motorcycle. That is nice. Look how smooth that looks. And these dirty jackboot thug pigs, they couldn't wait to pull him over to give him a hard time, to give him a ticket. But he's a nice guy.
I'm not a runner, all right? On this YouTube channel, we're respectful and we're nice.
Yeah. Okay. He's respectful and nice. He's respectful and nice. That's what he is on this channel. Let's see how that works out for him. Roger, how do you think it's going to work out for him? How do you think it's going to work? Angry Vet, how's it going to work out for this guy? Do you think they're not going to give him any tickets? He said he gets his nose all the way up their ass and says, what a nice guy. What a cool cop. How do you think it's going to work out for him? What do you think is going to be the end result? I'm just curious.
We don't do those things. Right, chat? I even gave him my handle. I don't do anything. Right, guys? Right, guys? So, I don't know. We'll see. He comes out, he's like, get on your hands and knees. I'm arresting you. I'm like, ah! But nah, we're chilling. Cool thumbnail, Dad. What do you guys think? Like this? And one of these? Thumbnail. What if that was the play? Just to get the thumbnail. And you guys didn't know it. But yeah. All right, we'll see what happens. And I will add it to the video, whatever is deemed. So, yeah. I have a ticket. Looks like he has a lot of papers in his hand. Some of them might be mine. I don't remember what all I gave them, but hopefully no ticket. I think there's a ticket in his hand now for no tag, which is crazy. I've been here for over a year. No ticket.
I was sitting here for 20 minutes, but the cop's really cool. He's a nice guy is what he said. Okay.
No, nothing wrong. And I was just saying how I've not been in court in so long. Like, I've done nothing, no issue, no none.
So that's how it should be. You shouldn't have to go to court all the time. There shouldn't be cops hiding on the side of the road to get you, to take your money.
But times have changed, I guess. Also, what is scraping my tire, by the way? This is not normal, like wearing.
Times have changed. I mean, I hate to ask, but are you new? I mean, put a 1 in the chat if you know cops are hiding on the side of the road to get you. Their goal is to arrest you, impound your car, and steal your money. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that's true. Put a 1 in the chat if you know for a fact cops are trying to find a reason to arrest you. They pull you over. They are looking. Can I look in your glove box? Can I look in the trunk of your car? Why did they ask that? To arrest you. And this guy on the motorcycle, nice guy.
So long. Like, I've done nothing, no issue, no none. But times have changed, I guess. Also, what is scraping my tire, by the way? This is not normal.
Times have changed, I guess. Maybe you're just catching up. Maybe you're just, I don't know what rock you've been asleep under, but it's been going on for a long time. It's 5:55. I just want to know. I just first cop was firm but fair. Second cop seemed too chill. But you're right. They're just doing their job. No. Sorry about that. I just
like wear and tear. Like, it's like a rock. Something's like just skinning my tire. I have no idea. Whatever. We'll see. I've been out here for like, dude, 15 minutes just standing up here. So I think his name. I gave him my channel though. He's gonna watch my channel, he said, or check me out. But we're just been hanging out.
And now listen to the commentary.
Oh, 3-wheeler over there. It's fire. Yeah, there's nothing wrong.
So he's done. Listen. I listened to this earlier today, and I want you guys to hear what this guy says. He has done nothing wrong. It's administrative paperwork stuff. He doesn't need to be ticketed. He showed that he has the license plate right here. It's just not on because the bike was being repaired.
There, it's fire. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. Maybe they're just bored and pull me over.
No, you're on a kick-ass motorcycle, looks really cool, and they want to be the main character.
ticket. Like there's for sure a ticket. And it's and a pain in the ass somebody with Georgia too. I know it's a ticket. I know. Hand me the ticket, man. I wasn't speeding. I wasn't being reckless. I wasn't being an asshole.
Right. So it's just bullshit paperwork that you don't need to be fined or feed. There's no reason for the government to pull money out of this man's pocket. He has everything in order. He was heading home to put the plates on the bike. He saw at the gas station that he didn't have his plates on, so he turned around to go home.
I was just cruising. Oh, this is hot. It's hot. Does anyone care with the helmet? He was saying, no, naughty. I would do nothing wrong. Well, I guess I'll start recording when he comes talk to me, because I thought he was going to come talk to me, but I guess he's not right now, so I guess we'll just wait. Just think it's sweet time, I hop on my bike and just pew. It must be a Georgia thing, because it's taking forever, man. Unless he gave him a YouTube channel and he's watching my videos to see what else he can just pile on. You need to prove that that's me on the bike. You can't prove it's me. Gotta prove it.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Let me go.
No. They believe, like the comments down in the section down here, he's just doing his job. No, they believe it's their job to give you a ticket. They think it's their job to get money out of your pocket.
Oh, let me go. This is not a warning. He's running all my stuff. I'm definitely getting a ticket. I've been here for literally 20 minutes. Just please, bro. Just give me the ticket so I can go home. I'm begging you at this point, dude. Holy. Oh.
I've heard it's acting good.
All right.
You know, just so you know, the SCOTUS time is 8 minutes, where SCOTUS says you have 8 minutes to write a ticket. He's been there for over 20.
I'm getting a ticket. Let's go. I was being fierce to the community. I was causing issues. He said his printer is acting goofy. Give him a second. So I guess this guy's like a veteran. And the guy was telling me, he was like, yeah, we're at the light up there. And he came to me, he's like, sir, play on that bike. And I said, I don't think so. And so they came after me. This guy wanted to come after me. It's like, bro. But the thing is, if I was flying down the street, they wouldn't have even cared, because I had no plate. And I stopped. I actively stopped like a good person. I had a ticket. It is what it is. They're just doing their job. I get it. It's their job.
No.
But come on,
No. I reject this, and I want you to reject it as well. The reason we have peace officers in the United States of America is to uphold your rights. The only action the government is supposed to take is to protect your liberty, to protect your property. Like we were talking about on Freedom Now channel earlier, he was doing a live stream. He was at the Rousseau Center, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, who wrote The Social Contract. The Social Contract is the system of governance written by Rousseau that the United States government is based upon. It's based upon Rousseau's social contract. That's why you see the Rousseau Center and all these different Rousseau buildings all over the country, because our country is based on that social contract. What does that social contract state explicitly? That the government's function with peace officers or security is only to uphold your rights, to preserve your liberty, to protect you from physical violence or fraud or property damage. That's the only thing Rousseau wrote in the social contract, which you can get on Amazon for $3.99. You can read the social contract in one day. Your right, the cop's job.
They wouldn't have even cared, because I had no plate, and I stopped. I actively stopped like a good person. I had a ticket. It is what it is. They're just doing their job. I get it.
No. Reject that thought. Reject that philosophy. They're not just doing their job. They're stealing your money. They're stealing your money. Don't give that jackboot thug pig a pass. His job is to uphold your liberty. His job is not to ticket you for administrative paperwork that you proved you had. Don't justify what this pig is doing. But they don't want to be called pigs. Look at what they're doing.
It's their job.
No, it's not their job, bro. I'm showing your video right now. People can leave comments. I'll drop this video down on the link. You can read comments right here. And it's at 8 minutes and 57 seconds. Feel free to go tell him, no, that is not their job, bro. I'm sorry, it's not. The social contract written by Rousseau that our country lives under, with the combination of John Locke's natural law, with the combination of Montesquieu's governance structure, those three philosophers create the American system of government, is to uphold your liberty. That is the job of the cops, not to give you tickets.
But come on, bro. I wasn't even doing anything bad. I was being a good Samaritan. A good Samaritan. That's all right, though. Have a sick thumbnail. Get another one. Should we get another one? Just cause.
Chevy! What's up,
Boom, look at
Playboy?
that.
What's up, Playboy?
Should we get both cop cars? It's both better. How's that look?
Good to see you, Mad
It kind
Hatter.
of works.
See, he's concerned about the thumbnail for his video. He should be concerned he's being ripped off, that the social contract in our country is dead. It's about stealing our money.
He's asking his co-partner to print the ticket for him, for me. Instead of just saying, have a good day. My printer's being goofy, so it's your lucky day.
Right. No, exactly.
All right, this is editing Blake. I had to throw this in here because my GoPro kept dying. The outcome, he got out of his car after another 15 minutes, I kid you not, and walked over to me and pointed to his body cam and said, this is all on camera, just so you know. My printer's not working, so I went ahead and mailed you this non-moving citation. It's like the same as like a broken taillight. I could have written you 2 more tickets for over $1,000. I'm not going to do that to you today.
You're not going to do that to me today? Oh, gosh. You're such a nice guy. Just so you know, in the 70s and 80s, the torture cuffs went on the back of the uniform because they weren't used very much. Today, the torture cuffs are used constantly. They're used to torture you, to extract information. And this is the cop he called a nice guy. Does he look like a nice guy to you? Doesn't look like a nice guy to me.
But I am recording this just in case you say you don't get the ticket. I can take you to court and, prove that I did tell you that you're going to get the ticket in the mail. Funny enough, I'm moving in 10 days. So I had a whole conversation with him about how I'm going to go about this. He didn't know what to tell me either. He's never had to deal with that because it has to go to the address that's on the registration. But long story short, he tried telling me he could have given me other tickets if I was like hiding my plate or whatnot, but I don't want to even get into it. He was just doing his job. No hate to the cop. I understand. You're doing your job. Got to do what you got to do.
No. I'm showing your video because the stupid shit you said.
Don't even get into it. He was just doing his job.
No. My friends, my people, Team DLZ, we reject that. You don't get a pass. You're just doing your job. Don't ever say that. If the cop is upholding your liberty, protecting your rights, protecting your property, then he's just doing his job. That's the social contract written by Rousseau that we live under in the United States of America. The social contract, you're born into it. If you don't know what the social contract is, it's a philosophy first invented by Thomas Hobbes in his 1651 book called Leviathan. He said that we must have a rule of law, a social contract amongst men, because back then it was all about men only. Even though women are equal partners in so many things that we do, it was a man's world all the way up until the 19th Amendment, until women got the right to vote in 1913, I believe. So here's the point. So we live under a social contract. So the rule of law and social contract both mean the exact same thing. So if you hear we live under the rule of law, we live under a social contract. We live in a social contract where the men together, we both agree that there has to be laws or it'll be bellium omnium contra omnes. Bellium omnium contra omnes means a war of all men against all men. And so we must live under a social contract, or the synonym to that, the rule of law. So Now, Hobbes wrote a social contract, and in his social contract in 1651 in Leviathan, he said that the government is the sovereign, the government is the power. Hobbes went as far as saying that the government should be a monarchy. We should live in a despotic, at the very minimum, an aristocrat system, which we don't live under. And so then about 200 years later, Jean-Jacques Rousseau is going to come around, I believe 1732, and he's going to write the social contract that we live under today that says we, the people, are the sovereign, we are the governance, and we should have a Republican representative form of government. And the social contract should be upheld by the power of the people to vote for representatives to write laws that then the executive president or the executive of the state governor will sign those laws into effect. And so we all agree upon the social contract, the rule of law that we're living under, because we voted for those representatives to go write the legislation to have the governor or the president sign that legislation into law. That's called the social contract. The social contract written by Rousseau, was it 1732? It'll bug me, but I'll get it after the show. So now what happens is the social contract, you create the rule of law, but now the representatives, the reason why this channel is called DeleteLawZ is because the representatives, the Republican representatives who we voted in, have written too many laws. We need to delete some of those laws. As long as there's a law on the books, there's a cop ready to enforce it. So when this gentleman on the motorcycle keeps saying he's just doing his job, no, he's not. The social contract specifically written by Rousseau says that the job of peace officers in the government is to uphold our liberty, to defend us from violence, and to uphold our property and contract rights. That's what the social contract is. So everything this biker here is saying is wrong.
Gets if I was like hiding my plate or whatnot, but I don't want to even get into it. He was just doing his job.
No, he
hate
wasn't.
to the cop. I
No, he
understand.
wasn't.
You're doing your job. You gotta do
No, he
what you
wasn't.
gotta do. I was only
No.
salty because he pulled out from the median to come
No, he wasn't.
me down, and then even his printer wasn't working, and he still just proceeded to give me the ticket. It's like, bro, just drop. At that point, I feel like you should just drop it. But it's okay. It is what it is. Just doing his job. Hopefully, this video pays for it.
I mean,
With that being said,
it is so discouraging listening to this guy saying he just forgiving the cop for being a pig, for stealing your money. He had his license plate. He had all of his paperwork. It was just in his fanny pack. But now he's got to be feed and fined hundreds of dollars, get a court date. If he doesn't make the court date, he gets a warrant for his arrest. If he doesn't pay those tickets, he gets a warrant for his arrest, where they snatch you up, impound your vehicle, and take you to the dungeon and steal your money. But he just continues to make excuses for this dirty jackboot thug pig. And that's what I have a problem with. And that's why I showed you the video.
It is what it is.
It's not is what it is. We're no longer accepting the things that we can't change. We're changing the things we can no longer accept. Big difference between Team DLZ and everybody else, because we take the things we don't accept and we change those things.
Just doing his job. Hopefully this video.
I want to smack myself in the face. If he says he's just doing his job one more time, I think I'm going to burst. There's 9 more seconds.
Pays for it. And with that being said, if you guys could leave a like on the video, appreciate it a lot. And I will see you guys in the next video.
No. So hold on. So just what can you guys see here? Let me open this bad chicken big so you guys can take a look at it. Okay, and then I'll come up here a little bit and I'll say,
Because my plate's on my bike.
So let's go here and say, it's really frustrating. So I just wanted to give him that comment. You guys are welcome to drop a comment for him. And now we'll listen to this guy. So this guy does this.
You kept insisting that the
So this guy does the exact same thing. He talks way too much. This guy talks way too much. It's just disgusting. This is really frustrating. How this guy he's got a lot of money. He's driving a Lamborghini or whatever. And so he's got some dough. But the idea that he does the same thing. He gives these dirty pigs a pass.
you gave me had both. I go, I don't see it.
That's what I thought it was.
Okay. Well, then don't think. That's when people get into trouble, when they start thinking.
Really?
So, you never gave me.
That's your advice. Don't think.
Okay. Yeah, don't think.
Hello. Your license, please? Yeah, sure.
It's not because of your loud exhaust.
Yeah, it's loud, isn't it?
It's a little too loud.
Later, Jungle is massive. Good to see you, my brother.
There you go.
For the registration and insurance.
Yeah, it's right here.
Okay, so it's just I'm gonna keep on beating it like a dead drum, like beating it like a dead horse. But you have to have everything put together for yourself. Put a 1 in the chat if cops are hiding on the side of the road to get you. Put a 1 on the chat if you know for a fact cops are hiding on the side of the road with the intention of pulling you over. Put a 1 in the chat if you know that. I just want to see, of the 300 people here, how many of you guys believe and you know for a fact that cops are hiding on the side of the road to pull you over? If you know that. So Jeff Hates Pigs, KT, okay, Miro, it's like Cope Doggy Dog, Ruben, a bit of everything, AMG Stealth. So we know for a fact that cops are hiding on the side of the road. Freedom News Now is a 1. Bruce R, 1000%. Milena, yes. So we know for a fact. I mean, so far, BZ Watchdog just chimed in. Yum Yum, The Tribe just chimed in. We know what they're doing. They're hiding on the side of the road to get us. They want you to not be prepared. They want that so that you have to rummage through your stuff so you're disoriented. And what we do on this channel is we teach you the step-by-step policy, procedure, and protocol for you, not the dirty jackboot thug pigs. You have your proof of insurance, your license, and your registration ready to go. There is no diggity, no doubt that you're ready to go. When that copper pulls up, you've got your ish inside your trifold. Everything is rubber banded up in your visor like this. You got your camera ready to go to back you up. Cop pulls you over, license, registration, proof of insurance. There you go, piggy. There you go. You got everything I got to give you. There you go. I hope you enjoy that. Then the cop comes back and says something to you and say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Everything I need to provide by law is in the slip that I gave you. You use this like it is a ninja warrior with your camera, and that's how you do it, just like that. It's right there. I invoke my Fifth. Well, where are you coming from? Where are you heading? I don't have to answer those questions anymore. It's on the trifold. Where are you coming from? I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Take a look at this right here, officer. There it is. I showed the camera. I'm showing you. This is for the judge. This is for the judge. I'm just letting the judge know that I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. I've showed the copper. He's now harassing me. Don't ask me another question. You don't have a right to ask me where I'm coming from or where I'm going. I've invoked my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You go through a DUI checkpoint, this goes in the window. You never say a word. You never crack the window. It just goes right in the window, just like that. You don't even look at the cop. Cop says, you been drinking anything tonight? Just goes right in the window, just like that. Just like that. Backed up by your camera, just like that. DUI checkpoint, this blows you right through a DUI checkpoint. Don't even look at that dirty jackboot thug pig who's put up a Nazi roadblock in America. Just like that, right on your window. Just like that. Boom. Just like that. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's the way in which you do it. You never are unprepared where he has to say, find me your license and registration, where he's taking control of the stop. You took control of the stop because you had your stuff ready to go now. You took control of the stop when you invoked your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You did that. You got the power. You are the man. You are the woman. You don't get pushed around because you followed a very rigid set of policies, procedures, and protocols for yourself to protect yourself because they are trying to put you in jail. They are actively trying to arrest you.
Loud exhaust. Well, loud exhaust. I understand. This car's not quiet, so we'll see. Maybe there's like a municipality ordinance thing.
So it's so ridiculous because if you're going to say that that car is too loud, then outlaw all Harley Davidson motorcycles, right? If his car is too loud, then you couldn't possibly have a motorcycle on the streets of America. You could not have a motorcycle. Couldn't have it. You couldn't have it. If his car's too loud, then there should be no Harley Davidsons. If you have to wear your seatbelt, then you shouldn't be able to allow to ride a motorcycle. It's too dangerous for everybody. It's bullshit. It's a scam, people.
Give me a ticket for. This car's not from here, so can you give me a ticket for it being too loud because it's from California? Maybe you didn't know it wasn't from California until he pulled me over. We'll find out. He's pretty chill. He's got to admit, though. I got to see if I can get him to admit that it sounds good.
It does sound good.
Let's see if we can get him to admit it sounds good.
This guy's a car enthusiast. You know, he loves the engine, loves the revving. You know, but I think that Joy has a pretty good point here. If his car's too loud, then we better ban lawnmowers. It's way too loud. You're disturbing the neighbors with the lawnmower. You can't have your Harley Davidson motorcycle. It's way too loud. Sorry, can't have it.
Yes, loud, but it sounds good. V12 Lamborghini? Come on. Who doesn't love a V12 Lamborghini sound?
We'll find out in a minute.
What's really interesting is he asked me for my license, but then my insurance and my registration. And then he walked away.
He's taking pictures right now of the exhaust.
Oh, that's fine.
Sorry, Craven, you don't get a motorcycle anymore. Cars are too loud. We've created cars are too loud.
Okay. Take all the pictures you want.
First
Motorcycle.
logo.
Yeah, first drive. Our first drive coming from shop. So I'm curious to know, like, what is the legal requirements of a tourist coming into this country, because they're not informed. Like, they don't tell you at the border if you drive across the border, which we do, and they don't tell you when you fly down, like, listen, if you're driving a car down here, it has to be within these decibel limits or any of that kind of stuff.
But they don't have the same rule for Harley Davidsons or lawnmowers.
We'll see what he says. Paperwork right here. I'm just waiting for him to come back. It's fine.
Good job.
Well,
He's doing.
No. And once again, what do we have? We got a couple people who don't understand the rule of law, that the rule of law is only there to uphold our liberty. The rule of law is not there for them to give us tickets for arbitrary bullshit.
Bike cop, you're not getting a warning.
A bike cop, you're not getting a warning because they're pricks, right? Put a one in the chat if a bike cop is a prick most of the time.
His job is to do what he's doing.
Oh, his job is to do what he's doing. No, it's not.
I'm curious to know, like, how is it if you're from another country where we don't have the law, you know, for decibel limits in Alberta? So it's like, or like having to deal with the emission stuff. So it's like, I wonder what is the law here, where it's like if you're a tourist and you're driving your car down, different allowed to bring in no signs, no checkpoints that say, it really states that if you have a car here in California and you're registering it, you are to follow the laws here. So you can't even get the car registered or anything here unless it passes smog and all that sort of stuff. So here you can ask.
Hey, can you use that Huntington Beach address?
Pardon me?
It's not taking the British Columbia.
What's not?
It's not taking this for some reason.
What do you mean?
Use your Huntington Beach address or no?
I don't have a Huntington Beach address.
Okay.
I have my Canadian address.
Okay.
What's the issue?
Yeah, it doesn't not taking it. This is all computers. I should do a paper one.
No, but what's the issue with the car? What's the issue with the car?
It's a loud exhaust.
Yeah, but it's not from here.
See, it's not going to help you. He wants to give him a ticket. It's not going to help you. let's give away 3 trifolds right now. 3 people who go to DeleteLawZ.com right now. Go to DeleteLawZ.com with a Z, your full mailing address, your phone number, put free trifold on the subject line. I'm sending you a free trifold. 3 people right now. Go to DeleteLawZ.com with a Z. You have to invoke your 5th Amendment right to remain silent. 3 people right now. I'm going to give away 3 free trifolds, and I will also throw in a pair of cop cards too, just so that you have them. So then you'll have the cop cards and the trifolds. Go to DeleteLawZ.com right now with a Z. Go to contact, put your full mailing address. If you don't get your full mailing address in there, then I got to go to the next person who put their full mailing address in there. 3 people right now. I'm going to give away 3 free trifolds and 3 free cop cards. Go to DeleteLawZ.com right now, right this second, so that I can give you guys a free trifold. All right. You got to invoke your 5th Amendment right to remain silent. As you can see, he's trying to have this conversation with like, hey, well, what's illegal? What's not illegal? The cop doesn't care. He just wants to rip the guy's money off. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't give a shit about anything other than writing his ticket. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care about me. He cares about his pension, overtime, and his little pathetic life where he signed up to be an order following Nazi. That's what he did. And I'm sorry, but that's just a simple fact.
His iPad isn't taking the address? Yeah, the BC address, the Canadian address. He goes, can I use your Huntington Beach address? So he knows who we are.
Yeah, because right now he has your ID with your Canadian license. Like, there's nothing that says Huntington Beach on it.
No. So this officer, I think this officer is, and it is. Remember the guy who yelled at me and told me not to think?
Well, then don't think. That's when people get into trouble, when they start thinking. You understand?
Really?
So, you know, you never gave me.
That's your advice. Don't think.
Okay, yeah, don't think.
Is that him?
That's him.
No.
Yeah, that's him.
Oh, so we're on Costa Mesa right now then?
Yeah, still.
What? I thought I recognized him.
Bro, so serendipitous. It is him. He's just pulling us over because he knows who we are.
Yep.
He's just being he's just being that guy. So this is the 1% police officer who wants to use their power in a way to just annoy people for any little thing. This is the 1% officer that makes the other 99% who are actually out there dealing with real stuff look bad.
Oh my God. Somebody hold my bucket. Somebody get a bucket for me. Let me get my coffee cup. I just, bleh, bleh, bleh. You are such a cop-sucking, lying, jack-off fraud. You are such a jack-off. You, bro, right there. You, my friend, there's something very, very wrong with you. You got your nose all the way up the crack of the ass of these pigs, and you are full of shit. Sorry, bro. You don't get to say shit like that and not be checked. You are a lying, brown-nosing pig sucker.
Annoy people for any little thing. In a way to just annoy people for any little thing. This is the 1% officer that makes the other 9.
The 1%? There's more than 1% of cop videos on YouTube alone. That's not including TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. That's not including on LiveLeak. That's not including on, what is there? There's a live streaming platform now that I'm a part of for Chuck Bronson. I can't remember it. I mean, look at the look on this guy's face. How can you say that with a straight face? You can't be trusted, bro. You're full of shit.
Annoy people for any little thing. This is the 1% officer that makes the other 99% who are actually out there dealing with real stuff look bad.
What are you talking about, bro? They're hiding on the side of the road to get you. What the flock are you talking about? This is the 1%? What the hell's wrong with you? Don't bullshit the American public. We're a lot of things, but we're not quite as gullible and dumb as you think we are, Mr. Canadian. We're not quite as dumb as you want to make us out to be. It is a lot more than 1%. At least half of these guys are disgusting pigs. There's some cops who signed up to try to do a good thing. I have to say it, it's true. They signed up believing they could make a difference in a corrupt, disgusting, evil, dark ship system. They can't. We know that from the Wickersham, from the Mullen, and the Knapp Commission that are all available on DeleteLawZ.com 100% for free. DeleteLawZ.com, periodicals, it's free. Woo! Do you feel the lies? Dude got it twisted. He got the 99% that makes the good ones look bad. You got it twisted up. Look at the look on his face. Bro, let me just say, from me to you, you're full of shit. Okay? You're a brown-nosing cop sucker, bro. Just straight up. You're driving your multi-million-dollar cars, bro. And listen, Alibaba, I'm proud of you making all that money, dude. I got no problem with you being a rich guy. I'm all for it. Be rich, bro. I got to go fund me to hold a judge accountable. Let me know if you can stop by there, drop off $5,000. That'd be great. Let him know. Here's the link to his video. Glad you're so rich, but why don't you actually contribute? Why don't you jump in, bro, to take on the police state, prison state, death state? There's the video right there. I mean, this guy's full of shit. This guy's full of shit.
To use their power in a way to just annoy people for any little thing. This is the 1% officer that makes the other 99% who are actually out there.
I'm sorry to keep stopping it. There's not 99% of cops who are good. I'm sorry, there's not. I'm sorry. It's not even close.
Dealing with real stuff.
They're not dealing with real stuff. They're stealing our money and arresting us for anything to fund the prison industrial complex and the jail industrial complex for a very small percentage of elitists who are making money by locking people up. So stop your bullshit, bro.
Look bad.
And to be fair, and to be very clear, when we were driving, we were in traffic. It's busy on this street, so we weren't revving or ripping around. It was very just driving normal. So he saw the car and then found a reason to pull over.
You could also hear it. I mean, the car sounds amazing. It's not super quiet.
No, but like it wasn't like you were doing a full gear pull. You were driving.
No, I wasn't being obnoxious. No, not being obnoxious at all. Just cruising, but definitely way louder than any of this stuff.
Correct.
The difference though is that this car doesn't need to abide by the laws here because it's not from here. Just like a Florida car or a Utah car or a car from New York coming here, if their state rules are different than California's rules, a car doesn't need to follow the rules here. You can still come here and drive around.
Does he have your insurance papers or anything?
No.
So
he's got my license plate.
Interesting.
He knows who we are.
The last pullover, he told you he had too many numbers on your address or whatever. Remember that? There's too many numbers on here. Like, wait, it's too many numbers.
Too many numbers. I was driving the F12 back then.
Too many numbers.
Excuse me?
Way too many numbers.
What is?
This thing. It's got too many numbers, the address.
According to the police officer, there's too many numbers.
Oh, by the way, here's somebody else. You get away back?
No. I did not.
But they're your friends. He waved. Surely he waved back as a friendly guy.
I could ask him if he wants any of this information or are there too many numbers. He was really had a hard time staying calm the last time. He's doing much better now.
Yeah,
he's probably watched the video, I would imagine, or he's been talked to about the video. Because he was like, there's too many numbers. And he's not wanting to communicate with the driver. So he asked me for my license, which I gave him. Then he asked for my insurance and registration, which I got out, which he's not yet asked me for. It's pretty interesting though that he asked me, and that was pretty funny. He's like, can I use your Huntington Beach address?
Interesting, because that's not on your license.
And I was like, well, I don't have a Huntington Beach.
Is there no audio? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me? Give me a 5x5 if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me all right. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I saw a couple people that said there was no audio. I just want to make sure. Can you hear the video as well? Can you hear the video? Let me play a little bit of the video. Give me a 5x5.
Each address, and I don't when it comes to this car. This car is registered to our address in Alberta. That's the address the car belongs to. The car, by the way, is not my personal car. It's in a company. The car belongs to a corporation in Alberta. So.
What color is your hair?
Sorry, me?
What color is your hair?
It's brown.
What color are your eyes?
Green.
How tall are you?
6 foot.
And your weight?
My weight? Well, it's the new year, so it's a new me. I'm trying to get down. I think I'm 215.
And your date of birth?
January 30th, 1979. All that information should be on my license.
It's not.
It's not?
It's the kilograms and.
Oh, kilos. Gotcha.
I don't.
So,
let me see the registration.
Yeah, sure. So what's the issue with the car being a bit louder? It's from Canada, so it's a tourist car. It's not from here.
Yeah.
So what would the ticket be for?
Which model is this?
It's a Murcielago.
See, this copper, in case you guys don't know the backstory, I mean, I think you probably figured it out by now. This copper pulled him over in 2019, 5 years ago. The video went viral. He looked like a dumbass. He looked like a dumbass. And so now he doesn't want to look like a dumbass again. So he's just trying to be boring. But he targeted the car because that's what he does.
So what was interesting was you said, can you use my Huntington Beach address? I don't understand that.
Is this vehicle registered to you?
It's registered to the corporation in Alberta. So it's an Alberta car. It's got Alberta plates. You saw that, right?
It's covered. I don't know what state.
Well, you know now it's got Alberta registration, yeah. Pardon me?
This is part of the company.
Yes. So what's the issue though? Like an out of state car driving here is just like a noise violation. What's the ticket? What's the ticket for?
014 November.
What's the ticket for?
I'll show you when I get done with this.
Oh, okay.
So put a 1 in the chat if he just wants to steal this guy's money. Put a 1 in the chat if all he cares about is stealing this guy's money, who's got the money to pay for it. He doesn't give a shit about justice, doesn't give a shit about liberty, doesn't give a shit about a free America. All he cares about is getting money from a ticket. Rago Monkey is in the room, everybody. Rago, I'm free, my brother. Rago Monkey, I am free, my friend. It's good to see you, bro. It's good to see you, dude. I am free, Rago Monkey. I am free, my friend.
Thank you.
Without admitting guilt, I need you to sign here.
Yeah.
Look at what a mechanical piggy he is, because he already got hammered on the last video where he freaked out. And now 5 years later, he pulled over the same guy targeting supercars to get money out of them. And that's what he's doing here.
What's the ticket for?
But he doesn't want to talk about the ticket or talk about anything because he looked like such a jackass on the last video.
Once you sign, I'll explain everything to you.
You won't explain it to me before I sign it? That seems a little unfair, don't you think?
A loud muffler.
Pardon me?
Loud muffler.
What? So I don't understand though. I want to know the law. So how is it that the law is?
So you sign here because you're kind of
Pardon? You guys know you have condensation in your He's in trouble, dude. I'm just telling you, you have condensation in your.
Oh, that's not the car. Understand though. Thank you. Law. You startled me there. I wasn't sure you were there the whole time.
I'm sorry. I was just telling you, you have condensation in your tail.
Appreciate it. Thank you. So what's the ticket for? What's it?
He's in trouble, dude. I'm just telling you, you have condensation in your.
Oh, thanks a lot, Copper. That's what I need. I need a copper to tell me I got condensation in my lights. Thank God for him. Everybody, thank God for that copper telling me about the condensation in my lighting. Without him there, he justifies the whole stop now.
Absolutely, car.
Thank you. Law.
He's just trying to help him out.
Told me that. I wasn't sure you were there the whole time.
I'm sorry. I was just telling you have condensation in your tail light.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
He's just trying to help out. He just wants to be a help.
So what's the ticket for? What's it? No, I understand that. So is it a fine or do I?
I'm warning you on the speed.
Sorry, you're warning me on the what? Yes, I'll sign it, but I need you to explain to me what the.
Recorded right now. Okay, you're kind of delaying. Like you're just going to sign.
No, I understand, but you're asking me to sign something I don't understand.
He's got to get out of there.
I didn't scare you, dude. I was just trying to tell you. I didn't know if you knew or not.
I appreciate it. Can you explain the ticket to me?
They don't want to talk on camera because they're such morons.
He's asking you to sign, but not saying what the ticket's for. He's asking questions, but he's not explaining it.
I just got here, so I have no idea why he pulled you over. I literally just driving down the street. I saw he's out here, so I just
appreciate that. Maybe go talk to him because now he's walked away.
I just want to know what I'm signing. He won't explain it to me.
Can you talk?
What? It's a Murcielago.
Murcielago? Nice, dude. What year?
2003.
I just want to know what the ticket's for. You're saying loud exhaust, but I want to know, okay, so is it a fine? I don't understand.
The court handles that.
No, I understand the court handles that. But I need to understand, if you're pulling me over, why have I done anything wrong if I'm from another country? My car is legally allowed to be here. When I come here, I'm not told it can't be a certain loudness, it can't be a certain thing. So you're saying something's wrong with my car, I did something wrong, and I'm asking you, okay, can you turn the radio down a little?
So I can hear it. Hold on, I can't hear.
It's hard to have a conversation with you if you want to give me a ticket for something.
There's no traffic available.
So I understand you're saying loud exhaust, but how is it a car from Canada is breaking the law? I know, but so the ticket, what's the ticket for though? Do I have to fix it? Do I have to pay a fine?
24,442. There's 148, 140.
What do you mean that's for the court?
It's up to the court to decide. You explain to them that it's.
But you're not telling me what the ticket's actually going to do. What do you mean that's what the court's going to decide?
Well, explain to them that the vehicle doesn't belong here, or it's not.
No, the vehicle belongs here. Are Canadian cars not allowed to come to the United States? Are Canadian cars not allowed to come here?
This cop got embarrassed before when he made an ass of himself, and now this guy knows that he doesn't want to be caught on camera. He's just grating him across the ground. Just imagine the big green Hulk, when he took that guy in the superhero movie and he just beat him back and forth like this, just whipped him back and forth. That's what he's doing to this cop right here, because the cop just doesn't want to be on video looking like a horse's ass again. Because just so you know, millions of people watch this channel. I'm talking millions. The lowest number we had when I was in the dungeon was 9 million people a month still watch this channel. So when I go out, anywhere I go, people go, "Oh, you're Chille, right?" So when you get posterized on a video, and this guy's video went into the millions last time, your mother, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your friend from high school, your friend from college, your friend from that last job you had, your coworker at 3 jobs you had ago, they all contact you and say, "Man, I saw you on that video." This guy, he doesn't want to deal with all those people contacting him again saying, "I saw you, bro, looking like a horse's ass on camera again." He doesn't want it. And to this guy's credit, when he's not putting his nose up the cop's ass and cop sucking, he's grading this guy across the ground because he knows the guy is gun shy. He knows he doesn't want to get caught on camera again looking like a moron.
Are Canadian cars not allowed to come here? Really? Like, you're not going to answer any of my questions? So I'm reading right here, code, loud muffler, speed visual estimation. So what's the speed visual estimation? What, pardon me? Well, you just said that you're writing me a ticket for a loud exhaust, but now you're saying there's a speed thing on here. So you're trying to sneak something else on here, and you're trying to get me to sign something.
Where do we draw the line on this one?
I don't know what you call it.
Where do we draw the line at this? Where can we arrest him? This dirty jackboot thug pig, JBTP. Put it in the comment section. JBTP. This dirty jackboot thug pig is trying to find the line where he can arrest him.
And you're trying to get me to sign something.
Where do we draw the line on this one?
I don't know what you call it.
Speeding and loud exhaust.
But you just said just loud exhaust.
I mean, he's delaying my duties right now. You have until the 25th of March to take care of this. If you don't agree with the citation, you can go to court. I will respond. The judge make a decision, okay?
I think what we'll do is we'll go talk to your superiors. Have a good day. Yeah, later. Wow. All right. What detachment is he from?
So he is Costa Mesa Police Department.
Find me that address, please.
Okay. So yeah, you did get a speeding ticket.
All right. So I'm bringing my ticket to the office that officer's from because I want to explain that one. He wasn't explaining to me, as you guys could see, what my ticket was for.
That's fine, bro. Go in and do your complaint, but don't start with the bullshit that he's the 1% of the bad cops. What's the percentage? I just want to know from the almost 400 people here now. Tell me, what is the percentage of cops that are bad? What is the percentage that are bad? I just want to see, I'm going to put some of your numbers on the screen here. What are the percentage of the coppers that are bad? 99%, 100%. So a bit of everything had it the opposite structure that he had. Chuck P's got it at 99% of the cops. 100% of the cops are bad. 100, 100, 99, 99.999, 98.9, 100, 100. Night Owl, you, God bless you. 70%, 70%, 87%. YOLO said 87%, 75%. 3 out of 4 are pieces of shit. The other 25% are decent. I don't know. So I just want to see 97 out of 100%, 100%, 80%, 4 out of 5 are bad. Is there anybody in 40%? There's only 4 out of 10 cops or 2 out of 5 cops. So that percentage, just so you know, 40% of cops beat their wives. So Ocean Temple thinks that only 40%. Marcus says 30%. I mean, we got a couple people here who still believe. Jim T said 80%, 100%. SWE said 95%. God's Favorite said 65%. All of them are dog shit, said Sacramento Liney. 75%. They're all in a blue line gang. That's what you guys are saying. 110% says Cranes make gains. I mean, 100% says Bruce. Hope, J Hope says it's 70%, 7 out of 10. Bruce says 100%, 100% from Joaquin. Ryut Serious Audits, who goes out and films cops, says 100%. 99.9% says Jeff. I mean, I'm just saying. So listen, I'm all for it. Leah is saying 99%, at least 60%, says AP. I love you back, Night Owl. Thank you for coming. Let's check who won the free trifolds. I got 3 trifolds I'm giving away right now. 3 trifolds. I don't know where your emails go now because, Chevy Bucks. Chevy just donated to the fund. Thank you, Chevy. Chevy just put in another $100 towards the fund. Here's the fund right here. If you guys want to donate to it, 5, 10, 15, 25 bucks. I'm going to film depositing the fund, and I'm going to film writing the check to the lawyer who we're going to hire for the federal civil rights lawsuit. So I put the link right there. I'll just do this real quick. I'll show you guys. This is the actual fund that I created to sue the dishonorable. We're at 16 minutes and 14 seconds. I'm going to come right back to this. This is the fund right here. We're at $4,400 now. We're going to raise $100,000. First 50 grand to hire the lawyer, get him his first 50 grand, and then another 50 grand to make sure we sue the jail properly, because I'm going to sue the jail under 8th Amendment violations. And this is the fund right here. We're at $4,400 in just 2 days. So that's pretty incredible. $4,400 in just 2 days. And I'm going to film every bit of this. I'm going to show every single bit of this. And that's what I'm going to do. And this is a legal battle for accountability to sue this prosecutor, to sue this judge, and to sue this copper. And here's the link for that right there. And I swear to God, we're going to sue them until we get the money. And then I'm going to throw a huge party in Vegas. I'm going to rent 100 hotel rooms, and we're going to have a Team DLZ dance on your face party, you dirty, despotistic, disgusting government agents. And that would include Brendan Bork, Ann Zimmerman, and Angus Batolo, who wrongfully and maliciously prosecuted me. We're going to sue their asses. We're going to sue their asses till the end of time.
So yeah, you did get a speeding ticket. All right. So because I think it's like
get in there.
Hey, how's it going? I came in to file a complaint on a police officer. Yeah, Torres. Do you also have a superior here I can talk to? I've got a superior, like a sergeant or someone I can talk to about traffic.
Yeah,
thank you very much.
Yeah, Michael, I'm not sure what the rules are with me doing a legal case and accepting donations to sue somebody. But, you know, I even want to set up a thing where it's much more intricate, where it's almost just like a loan, essentially, because I want to sue them so badly. You know, I'm not angry anymore. As you can tell, I don't like the system. I don't like cops. I don't like biased, unprincipled judges. But I forgave them all so that I could be okay with myself and not walk around, you know, squeezing coal, trying to make it I'm so mad. I was so mad. I was really mad. And I had to let all that go so that I don't have a stroke. You know, I just got to let it all go. So I did. But we're going to have one hell of a party, because we're going to win 7 figures, multi-million-dollar lawsuit against this corrupt, biased, unprincipled judge and against the corrupt, biased, unprincipled prosecutor. And we're going to get a multi-million-dollar settlement. And I'm going to spend at least $100,000 of that money on a party in Vegas. I don't drink, smoke, or do drugs, so I won't be doing any of those things, but I can still go to a party. So now let's see how this guy does with his complaint.
How's it going? Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you watching.
What are you driving right now?
Murcielago. Yeah. How's your New Year been? Happy New Year.
Dakota, $10 is great, dude. And when we win the lawsuit, bro, let's talk about I can redonate back to people.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll grab someone for you, okay?
Thank you very much.
Here you go.
Cheers. Yeah. Hey, how's it going? I just had a traffic situation with Officer Torres.
Okay.
Officer Torres and I have had history.
Okay.
He pulled me over today, explained that he pulled me over for loud muffler.
Okay.
First of all, my car, myself, we're tourists. I'm from Canada.
Okay.
Car's not from here.
Okay.
So I guess the first part is I'd like a little more clarification on, if a car from Canada that doesn't have the same emission standards or noise standards, the province of Alberta that the car is registered to, doesn't have a decibel issue or anything.
Got it.
And it's essentially exempt from, having to follow those rules when traveling here based on the treaty between Canada and the United States, just like we can drive down here on our Canadian licenses.
Okay.
So, giving me a ticket for loud exhaust, is that a city ordinance?
It's a California ordinance. It's California vehicle code.
Right.
Any vehicle on the roads in California that's subject to the California rules of the road. And so if it's got crazy loud exhaust, it's subject to that section. Can I see what you cited before?
Yeah, so here's the reason why I have a real problem with it. When he first approached me, he asked me for my driver's license.
Okay.
He also asked me for my registration and insurance, of course.
Okay.
But when I had all of it in my hand, he only took my license.
Okay.
He went back, started writing the ticket immediately without insurance or registration.
Okay.
He came back and said, my British Columbia address won't populate in his computer system.
Okay.
Could he use my Huntington Beach address? I said, I don't have a Huntington Beach address.
Okay.
So there's a company that I have down here that's in Huntington Beach.
Okay.
So he knows my car. He essentially knew the car, knew who I was before he even pulled me over. Because there's no information on my driver's license or on my car that would suggest that I have a Huntington Beach address down here.
Okay.
So right away, he's basically telling me indirectly, I know who you are. I know your car's down here at this
With you
location.
at some point.
Very, very good assumption, right?
Okay.
So he's essentially targeting me on some level. And then on top of all that, he wrote on the ticket when he was trying to get me to sign it that I was speeding, a visual estimate, which he wouldn't verbally tell me what the ticket was all for. I could see there was a whole bunch of stuff on it. He was holding it up higher, so I couldn't really see. Like, he wasn't holding it like this, he was holding it like this. Kept trying to get me to sign it. And I was like, well, I want you to explain everything that's on the ticket.
Sure.
And he wouldn't explain what was on the ticket. He kept saying it's for loud muffler. And I was just like, well, there's more on the ticket. And he looks at the other officer on the other side and goes, well, what do we do here? He's not going to write this ticket, or he's not going to sign the ticket. And I said, well, I'll just sign it then. I'm going to go to the police station and, essentially file a complaint on you because you won't talk to me. I asked you 5, 6, 7 times what the ticket's for. You're not telling me. You're trying to get me to sign a ticket for things that are on here that you're not verbally telling me. So here's the ticket. And his visual estimation of me speeding is complete BS, because we were driving through an intersection just before he pulled me over, and as in heavy flow of traffic. And we had just basically from a red light proceeded through the intersection. So I probably wasn't even up to the actual speed limit.
I love this comment here from Feji Ebro. This comment right here is just, does this guy think he's going to get help from the pigs? He's going to file a complaint on a pig with a pig. What do you think is going to happen? He's going to call that pig back into the trough, and they're going to go root and eat and sleep in their shit is what's going to happen. And so he's not going to get any help, but let's see.
Now, look, I'm not denying my car is probably loud based on some people's standards.
Sure.
Right? My car's foreign. It's not from here.
Okay.
I think based on, some of the values that your guys' police station say that they follow, things like professionalism. I don't believe Torres was very professional today. He's definitely not been professional in the past. He's actually yelled at me. I've made a video about that on the internet. I do make videos. And one of the other ones on your guys' values was empathy. He showed zero empathy to me, right? And he's obviously got some sort of problem with me because he targeted the car. He wrote me a ticket for speeding, which I wasn't speeding. And he even very clearly demonstrated he knew who we were because he told me I had a Huntington Beach address, which nothing I gave him would let him know that.
So, Mark Bear, you got it 100% correct. I was in the dungeon and I had been wrongfully prosecuted, wrongfully convicted, wrongfully sentenced to jail. And I had a talk with one of my editors who worked around the clock while I was gone. To my editors, you guys are you are my bomb.com. And there was a time I was a month in and I was still like ranting and raving on the phone to one of the editors. And he said, Chille, you lost this one. It's a war and this is a battle and you lost this battle. That's what he said to me on the phone. And they won. And so I went back to my bed where they locked me down, where I gained all this fat weight that you see in my face and in my body. And I just decided to forgive the judge, forgive the prosecutor, forgive the cop, forgive them so that my blood pressure would drop and I would stop squeezing it. Love you too, man. So I forgave them. So that's the reason why I forgave.
All right. So one, I would like to A, file a complaint, and B, I can deal with this in the courts. I'm sure that's what you're going to tell me.
So help me understand everything. What are you exactly complaining about?
His unprofessionalism, lack of communication around giving me a ticket. He wouldn't explain to me what was going on. And on some level, I mean, I'm sure it's like, you know, he's targeting me. So
Everybody, welcome Bruce Wayne. Thanks for becoming a member, Bruce.
That falls into the harassment category because I haven't seen him in years, but he knows who I am. Like, he personally targeted my vehicle today.
Thank you.
What's your name? So
Cynthia
prior to
Thomas?
stopping you, I guess what I'm trying to understand is what you're alleging is that prior to stopping you, he knew that it was you behind the wheel of the car?
Yep.
Again, I wasn't there. I didn't see where he was. I
understand. Pick something up from him.
Not being there. I don't have any body camera footage to review yet, so I can't.
Of course.
I did. He knew I was coming between 11 and
going
1.
based upon what you've told me. I haven't talked with him. So.
Yeah, I understand. And thank you for clarifying the California loud exhaust.
Yeah, we've had this before. I was in court recently on a case. A car was registered in Vegas, very loud, didn't have emissions stuff that's required in California.
Yeah.
And the judge had upheld that, based upon the California Vehicle Code, it's supposed to be in compliance despite the fact it's registered elsewhere. So I can't speak specifically to a U.S.-Canadian treaty and how the court may view that. They'll take that differently.
Mm-hmm. And there's supposed to be some leniency and exemptions that if you're a tourist and you want to drive your vehicle down and it's, you know, not unsafe, right? Unsafe would be different. I understand that. You know, you can't come here and say, well, you know what, in Timbuktu, we don't have to drive with seatbelts. And you're like, well, here you do, right? That's different. We're talking about a noise violation that is negligible based on opinion of decibel readings or whatever, which he didn't take any of.
Yeah, again, I didn't hear your call.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
I
understand.
I can tell you from where I sit, I get calls, probably not every day, but certainly multiple times a week where the residents and community are up in arms over loud vehicles.
For sure.
Street racing is a problem that we deal with here pretty regularly. So,
well, if there's any resident
officers do try to address because the community wants it addressed. So,
yeah, no, I understand.
If you want to file a complaint,
I would, yeah.
Provide you a form.
Sure.
You're able to fill in the information.
Yeah, I've filled them out before.
You got it? Yeah.
Thank you.
Is there a clipboard by chance? Yeah, if you want to steal one of these clipboards, you
joking with
I got it all and understand what we're after, okay?
Thank you very much. Complaint process. It'll walk you through if you've never done this before. Like,
okay, so what happens? I'm just so curious, you know. So if you go fill out a complaint form, then what happens? Does the cop get a day off without pay? No. Does the cop get reprimanded? So what does that consist of? I put in your file that you got reprimanded because you didn't explain what the ticket was for. What happens to the cop? Can anybody help me out? Like, what happens to the copper? You know, can anybody explain it to me? I'm going to have the hoodies on sale tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to lower them down just to try to get them all sold. You know, it's Chille, I want to say thank you. I had to reach out to other auditors and you're the only one who responded back. Thank you, sir. I just want my story out there and the people held responsible. So you got to get me the video if you, I pretty much respond to every email I get. So I'm just, I'm just curious. So Mark Bear says nothing. Wiley says nothing. Willie B says that nothing happens. So when he fills out this complaint, what happens to the copper? I'm not really sure what happens with the copper.
kind of what you have to do, the steps, what'll be followed up on. And I'll just have to fill this out. It's usually this front page, and then you have to write like in full description somewhere what happened.
Are you Mr. Colton?
Yes, sir.
You were in the car?
I was. At the end of what I wrote there, I made reference to being pulled over by Officer Torres previously.
Previous incident, yeah.
And him being unprofessional, unempathetic, as you guys state, or in your values, very combative.
Okay.
And I have that on video. In fact, it's right here. And this is his advice to someone when he's pulling someone over in the public.
What? Okay. Well, then don't think. That's when people get into trouble, when they start thinking. You understand?
Really?
So, you
Don't think.
never gave me.
That's your advice. Don't think.
Okay, yeah, don't think.
Why are you so aggressive?
How am I aggressive?
Listen, I'm like,
You understand?
Really?
So,
Don't think.
never gave me.
That's your advice. Don't think.
Okay, yeah, don't think.
Why are you so aggressive?
So you see the look on the guy's face. He's got the look on his face like this is pretty obvious. This cop's being an asshole, but nothing's gonna happen.
How am I aggressive?
You like seen it at some point in the past.
so he clearly today saw the car, targeted me. Now listen, look, my car, is it loud? In retrospect, sure. I have no problem with the loud exhaust ticket.
Okay.
All right. Happy to take that. But it's this time, because he knows we're filming, the vagueness, they're not even willing to talk to me. And then just clearly right off the bat, obviously identifying that he knew of a Huntington Beach address, that just implied to me, he saw me, targeted me, and then threw a speeding ticket on there, but was trying to cover it up with getting me to just sign it and take the ticket, which you'll see on the body cam footage when you get it from him, but not explaining like anything further. He's being very purposely, vague to the point where now it's like it's too far the other direction, and he's trying to get me to take a ticket that has speeding on there, and he's not even identifying it's speeding until I said, well, hold on, there's something else on here. And he goes, well, yeah, speeding, visual estimation, which, look, I know you guys get trained in that stuff, but I think for the most part, a lot of people don't really believe that a visual estimation is a very accurate reading. So yeah, the form of harassment, the unprofessionalism, that's what I have a problem with. And the speeding ticket, I have a problem with the exhaust ticket. I know my car is loud. If I have to get an exhaust ticket while I'm here with that car, while it's in town for a bit, and there's some sort of fine that I need to pay, I understand that.
So it's easy for him to say that he understands he has to pay a fine. He's driving a multi-$100,000 car, maybe $1 million car. For you and I, though, that fine could be the difference between whether or not the kids get lunch money this week, whether or not I have enough money to pay my electric bill or my phone bill. For the guy that's got the $1 million car, for him to pay a fine for an exhaust, no big deal for him. If he says I got to pay a fine, no big deal, I'll just pay it. I mean, don't get me wrong. That's nice. Good for you, brother. No disrespect intended. I'm super happy for you that you can just, if I have a fine to pay, I'll just pay the fine. No problem. Right. I get it. But the truth is that a lot of people like Mark is like Michael Martin just said, that fine may be the difference between whether or not someone gets to eat that week. Because you could have a muffler on a 1989 Chevelle that isn't a great muffler, but it kind of muffles the sound a little bit. And now you're getting a ticket for that. And now you got to take a day off work to go to court to fight the ticket. If you miss court, then you're going to get a warrant for your arrest. If you go to court, you got to take a day off, which takes less of your money. And then you go to court and you say, hey, it's not true. I had a muffler on there. The judge says, no, the cop said so. He rubber stamps it. Now you got a $250 fine. $250 for you is 3 days of work. And so now you got to decide if you're going to eat next week, because you got to pay that $250 fine. Because if you don't, they'll impound your car and then auction it, steal your money, put you in the dungeon, take you to jail, strip search you, look up your butt, go to your house, arrest you or you're work in front of your friends, arrest you or work in front of your employees or in front of your employer. But if you got a Lamborghini, $1 million car, it's just so easy. I'll just pay the fine or the fee. And listen, God bless you, brother. I got nothing against people who are rich. I'm super happy for you. But for a lot of the people inside of this chat right here, we don't have an extra $250 to just blow on some bullshit ticket because some cop wants to give a ticket away. That's not their job. And if a Harley Davidson can ride down the road and a lawnmower can mow a lawn, then you shouldn't get a ticket for a car. If that's how ticky, that's why this channel is called DeleteLawZ. We have to delete these stupid window tinting laws, these stupid loud muffler charges. It's just preposterously ridiculous. It's just preposterously ridiculous. Yeah, the hoodies are going to be on sale tomorrow or the next day. I'm just going to get it done because I have to cost me around $10 for 5 meals. I don't know where you're spending $10 for 5 meals, but man, that sounds like a good deal.
And that it's an out-of-state car, it's not going to be reprimanded in the sense of like the exhaust has to be taken off. You know, the idea is like, hey, look, your car's loud, you're going to pay kind of like a penalty for it being here while it's here, right? But at the same time, you know, that's also within the officer's judgment. So, like, he didn't take any decibel reading or anything.
The law doesn't require a decibel.
No, I understand.
Sometimes they do.
I understand.
Sometimes they don't.
My point is that this all felt targeted and like retaliation for probably what he didn't like, which is being held accountable for his previous unprofessional outlash, telling people not to think. I don't know. As an officer and as a human being, do you think telling people to not think is good advice?
Sometimes it might be. But yeah, I've seen that sound clip. I don't know the entirety of the contact. It's kind of like a news clip. There's oftentimes an edited little snippet or sound bite. So people can.
Well, that was in reference to me just giving him insurance and giving him my information.
Remember, I was giving away 5 trifolds during this live stream. I'm going to keep my word to that. 5 trifolds and 5 cop cards. Go to DeleteLawZ.com right now. Go to DeleteLawZ.com right now. If you go to DeleteLawZ.com right now, I'm giving away 5 free trifolds and 5 free cop cards. You just have to email me, go to the contact form on DeleteLawZ, and then send me your full mailing address, your phone number, your zip code, the whole thing. And I'm sending off 5 free trifolds and 5 free cop cards. So go. I said I would give away 5 free cop cards and 5 free trifolds during this broadcast. I'm going to pick 5 people. I need your full mailing address. I need your full phone number, your zip code. Make it so I can just copy and paste it and stick it on the envelope. Make it easy for me so that I can give you guys free trifolds and cop cards.
Can look differently without all the context. Having done the job for 20 plus years, there's multiple sides to every story, the officer side, your side.
Well, the context of not thinking was just simply me giving him the information.
He was frustrated there or annoyed with, again, I don't know what led up to that. I wasn't there. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, well, you can go watch the video. It's all there. The only parts that are cut out are the dead space. Nothing between him and I is cut out. Also, he got very frustrated in the fact that there were too many numbers for him to deal with. It's like, well, I don't know, like, I'm from Canada. We don't have zip codes. We have postal codes. So we have letters mixed in with numbers. I don't know if the officer can't handle that, but if he can't handle that, he shouldn't be walking around with a badge and a gun. That's my opinion.
Yeah, so again.
Right, but they don't care. They have a blue team. It's not a black team or a white team or a Mexican team or an Asian team. They have a blue team that they're a part of, and this pig right here is a part of their team.
We'll take a look at all the information. We'll review the footage. You obviously have your footage today. He's got footage. And it'll get sent up to our professional standards unit. They're the ones that take a look and review all these.
Our professional standards unit means what exactly? What is our professional? I believe that BZ Watchdog and Michael Eline, if you haven't seen their channels, check out BZ Watchdog and Michael Eline. They did a deep dive onto the review board in Nevada, the Las Vegas review board for police complaints. I did the first 10 out of 10 police complaints ended up being unjustified, that the cop was justified. And that was just the first 10 that I did the research on. I suppose BZ Watchdog and Michael Eline have gone a little deeper. I can't wait to get all their research, but this is just ridiculous. They're not going to help. They're just scumbags.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Don't refrain.
Keep your hands up. I know, I'm talking to him. Come on, get out. Get out.
So maybe this whole process should stop. Maybe, just maybe, people shouldn't be pulled over and treated this way. maybe, just maybe, this entire process. Listen, look at the treatment. Officers were called to a gas station after receiving reports of a stolen car in the area.
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car.
Look at they got him blocked in. Look at the aggressive, horrible behavior that these disgusting pigs are treating people with, as though if the car's stolen, the car's stolen. You got them. They're stuck there. But we've gone this military operation for police in America, and it's been a disaster.
Keep your hands up. I know.
Why do they have to be treated this way? Even if the car is stolen, they're not murderers.
I'm talking to him. Come on, get out. Get out.
Here goes the torture cuffs.
Nope. We'll figure all that out in a second.
As soon as we torture you.
We got 2 detained. Dispatch, you can lift traffic. All right, step back. Step back. Step back. All right, do you have anything on you? Guns, knives, drugs, bombs, anything like that? No? No guns, no knives? Anything?
Does she have any bombs? It's so stupid. How many people are carrying around bombs?
In the car? No. I assume there's drugs in the car? Because I can smell it.
I assume there's drugs in the car?
I smoke a little bit. No, I don't have nothing.
What'd you smoke?
Look, he really ain't got nothing to do with us.
I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent.
Well, we're going to figure all that out, all right?
I just picked him up.
How come he's driving it? You picked him up?
No, I was driving it. We pulled up over here and we were like talking about the cash out, and he just sat in the front seat. He was not driving. I was driving. Yeah. I know. I was driving. I mean, he just sat there because we were talking about cash out. We were trying to get gas.
Walk this way. All right, we're going to go to the other side. You're going to have a seat.
Well, I don't got no. I'm going to have to get in the car.
You're going to have to get in the car.
I'm going to have to put my dress down like Chille. I can't sit down right now.
Why can't you sit down?
I don't have no panties on. I can't put my dress
Who's going
down.
to see you? No one's going to see you.
You are.
In the car.
You're going to see her, pig. You're going to see her. This is the whole point of the trifold. When you have the trifold in your car, you realize I'm getting pulled over. Let me get my phone. Let me grab my trifold. As soon as the cop pulls up in front of you, you pull the trifold down, you look at it and you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. He said, I smell drugs in the car. He's talking about Mary Jane, but that's not, we got to stop the demonization of Mary Jane. You're perfectly fine. You're not impaired. You could
have a seat in the car. You're going to be charged with resisting.
I feel like this.
Nope. I'm going to close the door. Get in the car. Yeah, no one's going to look at you.
But then I have to get out, and I still can't pull my dress down. So
someone will pull it down for you. Have a seat in the car.
She doesn't want to go to the dungeon.
All right. Tell me about the car.
So a friend of mine said I could borrow the car. I know I was supposed to go return it. I was on the way to go return. I was trying to put gas in the car. I did not know they were actually gonna call the police because I was a little late on my time frame of returning the car. But he did give me permission to use the car. I was like, because I was supposed to go to Hudson Street. I was like literally on the way. I was trying to put gas in the car.
Hudson Street, is that in Quincy or in Tallahassee?
No, it's right here.
Right here?
Yeah, that's where I was supposed to meet the man.
You said your timeline is off. When were you supposed to return the car?
This morning.
This morning?
I talked to him. They told me to bring it back yesterday, but I talked to him. And we had worked out a deal. Some things that got situated. Okay. And they said I could bring it back in the morning, and I fell asleep.
Okay. Because this car was reported stolen yesterday.
Thanks, Maddie. The car was reported stolen yesterday. So I'm doing a 2-for-1 deal today, Maddie. If you ordered a cop card, I'm going to throw in a trifold for you, Maddie. I'm going to put a trifold for you in there. If anybody gets a trifold today, I'm going to give you 2 trifolds, and I'm going to give you a pair of cop cards 100% for free. I'm going to give you the cop cards, and I'm going to give you an extra trifold with every order. I'm going to try to get as many as these as I can out to people. If you guys email me for a free trifold, like I told you, I'd give away 5 free trifolds today, 5 free cop cards. I'll announce the winners tomorrow. I'm also going to give you guys a pair of free cop cards. I'm also going to give you an extra trifold. So if you pick up a trifold, I'm going to give you an extra trifold and a pair of cop cards 100% for free. Maddie, for you, I'm going to include an extra trifold in your envelope for you for free, brother. 100%. We got to get these out into the public. I got them sitting here on my shelves. They don't do any good sitting here.
And like we've been seeing it driving around, we just haven't been able to find it till now. So have you actually talked to him?
I talked to him. Last time I talked to him was...
So she borrowed a car and didn't return it in time.
How long ago?
I talked to somebody who's supposed to go talk to him because I don't have a direct phone number for him.
Okay.
Because it's but they knew I was on the way bringing the car back.
What is this guy's name? No idea. Why did he allow you to have his car? Drugs? Who are you being in contact with as the middleman for him? Like who did you just talk to about getting the car back? They called your phone.
Yeah, I don't have no point of contact.
Okay. Give me just a second. She's saying she borrowed the car from some dude she doesn't know for drugs. So I'm trying to work on getting in contact with him because she said she just talked to him today. He told her that if you fill it up with gas, which is what she says they're doing, I won't press charges.
Okay, so how is are they solving the drug epidemic here? Is that what they're doing? By arresting people, impounding a car, stealing their money, taking them to the dungeon? Are they having any impact at all whatsoever? Any impact at all whatsoever on this bullshit war on drugs? Are they having any impact at all? What is the percentage of impact they're having on the war on drugs? On 100% means they're solving the war on drugs. 0% means they're having no effect. I'm just wondering, what is the effect on the war on drugs? What is the effect on change? What is it? I'm just wondering. I mean, so Maddie's saying 0 impact. BZ Watchdog is saying 0 impact. Billy's saying there's limited impact. Stacy's saying there's 0. I'm with you, Stacy. I think you're having 0 good. When they get out, just so you know, I was just in the dungeon for 4 months. I sat with a bunch of drug addicts and I asked them all at the table, how many of you guys are going to use when you get out? I was sitting around 6 people. All 6 of them said, I'm going to use as soon as I get out. I asked one guy, I said, man, so what is it about drug use? What makes you want to do drugs? And he said this to me, and I quote, doing drugs is like loving your mother. You just do. And they couldn't wait to get out of the dungeon and go do more drugs. So what is the percentage that this cop is having on negative 1,000%? It was never a war on drugs. It was a war on people, said Red John. Julie said 0. Tyrant Hunter said 0. April said 0. Katie said minus 100%. Special Ed Andrew, 0%. Oh, so 30%, Andy? You think 30% of people are deterred from being arrested? I think that I disagree with that number. 30%? Buy one for 40. I'm not sure what that. I'm sorry. I didn't quite get it. Just say no. Oh, that's great. Just say no.
Okay, so 2 guns. Yeah, they said yeah. He said it was both his waistband. They said. All right, how do you know this guy?
He's a very good close friend of mine.
Okay.
I asked him for help for gas.
So you drove here, and then y'all got out, and then he got in the driver's seat?
We were definitely, basically, I had him sit down. We were supposed to be looking for a Cashapp card and stuff, and then my Cashapp's closed out. So I gotta get money to his Cashapp for this, and it's just stressful.
Is that why you're doing that? Because you got a gun in your pants? It's a good way to get hurt, man. It's real stupid. Well, ask him. It's real stupid. We say lean off the car and you keep pushing up against him, man.
He's got.
So you got another gun.
He's got to be insulting. He carries a gun, but him carrying a gun is bad. But him carrying a gun is okay. But him carrying a gun is horrible. And this pig right here, he's not black, he's blue.
Okay. What other gun? There it is. How many more guns you got on?
She had them.
Putting his hand right up the crack of the guy's ass. You see that? You see it? Look.
She had them. She'll tell you.
Oh, so she gave you both of them.
Yeah, when y'all put it up.
Okay. And it blew one. That was dumb.
That was dumb.
That's really stupid. Let's go sit in the car. Might need to check everything. You got anything else on you? Take a seat in the car. Leave your feet.
He was charged with 2 counts of possession of a firearm, got a convicted felon, and a possession of a stolen firearm.
Take a seat in the car. Leave your feet hanging out of the car. Go to kick off both your shoes.
Hey, just for our safety and your safety, because obviously all this bad stuff going around, what were y'all smoking in that pipe?
Just for your safety and our safety, now you got to tell us what you're smoking. Don't answer any questions. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right.
There's the Bob Marley pipe there between y'all. What were you smoking in that? I don't want somebody to have fentanyl or something like that. So if you're smoking if it's a weed pipe, it's a weed pipe. If it's a little bit of meth, but if it's alpha or something like that, we need to be concerned. What were you guys smoking?
Which is a lie. It's already been determined that cops are not dying from touching fentanyl. There's a scientific research on it that cops are not dying from touching fentanyl. That's what the scientific research is saying.
You smoking that pipe that's between the console?
It's I smoke a couple different things out of it, but maybe I do smoke weed out of it, but I smoke like resin, like dabs.
Resin, so like dabs. Okay, so it's the Bob Marley's more. Okay, that's why it was dark, because it's dab. Got you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because obviously there's all the powders going around and people don't know what they're getting. There's fentanyl and stuff like that, so I just wanted to make sure dab. It's completely different. If it's a little bit of weed, I just want to make sure it wasn't something like synthetic or something where we'd have a bad reaction. You may have a bad reaction or anything like that.
How long have you had the car?
Since yesterday.
Okay.
I did not have it long at all, and
So she's had the car for less than 48 hours.
I'm really not understanding why he called the police on me when I told him where I was at.
He reported it stolen yesterday out of Quincy. Does he live in Quincy?
I don't know nothing about this man.
So
I was to a mutual friend. I came over to my pop's house. He was over at my pop's house.
So the guy loaned a car out and then called the cops and called it missing, but he loaned the car out for some sort of chemical deal of a transaction or a trade.
he knows the guy, you don't know the guy. Okay.
And
So
it was more of a.
did she have the car and then give it to you, or did he have the car and give it to you?
I was driving in front of the gas. I mean, yeah, I have.
And then-
we both had the car, but I didn't. I don't know this man.
Okay, but she was with you when you first got the car?
Yes.
Because she had the car?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
she was there when he gave both of us his car.
Okay.
That's right. He said all he wanted was something smart.
What did y'all give him? You didn't give him anything? I mean, he said, I want drugs, you can have my car. You didn't see her give him anything? Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. All right.
I'm not I'm trying to figure this shit out.
Okay. All right. Give me just a second, okay? So she says that her girlfriend got the car from some guy who she doesn't know for drugs, and then her girlfriend let her borrow the car. She said he's a good friend. She said we stopped here for gas. He wasn't driving, I was driving, and we just he got in the driver's seat to do whatever he was doing, and we were about to leave. Which, BS, but.
You're going to have to charge her with this trespassing.
She told me she was on the phone with someone else to try to get the car back today. She said she's had it since yesterday.
Sounds like she knew the car had to come back.
She said her timeline got messed up.
So what's that going on?
So I'm calling Quincy because it was reported stolen out of them. They're going to get in contact with the owner to see if he still wants to press charges or not.
So that's what I'm waiting on.
That's what we're waiting.
So you can loan a car out to somebody. You can loan a car out to somebody and then decide that they didn't bring it back in time, so now it's stolen. But you loaned it to them. But now it's stolen. But you loaned it to them. You said that you loaned it to them. They said that you loaned it to them. They didn't return it in time, but now you're going to be charged with grand theft auto. How's that? How's that? How can you borrow a car and now you stole the car because you didn't return it in time? That's not stealing. I mean, Jeff Hates Pigs has got it. Invoke your rights and shut the front door. Stop talking.
Even though he gave me permission and I got proof of permission.
I don't know the details of the case. That's why I need to talk to Quincy as well. But if he reported it stolen, that we got to do, we got to do what we got to do. So if he doesn't want to press charges, he'll be let go. And if he does, then he'll be going to jail.
But how did y'all know I'm going to be press charges on? Because I wasn't the one that knows it. I was driving to the store. Right?
And you've had it since yesterday.
We both have.
Who? Where's she at? Where's that at?
She had me beat them at the store.
Do you know her phone number? No, yeah. Okay. All right. Well, like I said, I got to talk to Quincy first, and then I'll talk to, because a woman owns this car. It's not whatever guy that y'all got it from. It's registered to a woman. So.
Is it a woman that called?
It's what?
Is it a woman that called?
I have no idea. That's why I got to talk to Quincy. So give me just a second.
Oh, I'm really
Go ahead. All right. So unfortunately, the guy's name is James, by the way, that you got a car from.
That makes sense.
He was not supposed to have the car in the first place, and he could not loan it out. The owner still would like to press charges. So,
I didn't know the man wasn't supposed to have the car.
No.
I would never even got in the car.
That is something you're going to have to explain to the judge. And I would explain that, like, hey,
no way I can talk to her.
So he doesn't say, holy smokes, there's a big discrepancy here. I don't know really what's happened here.
He's not supposed to have the car in the first place. So unfortunately,
listen.
The guy's name is James, by the way, that you got the car from.
Okay, so he knows she got the car from James. He's telling her the facts. She didn't know the guy's name she got the car from, but he's telling her the name.
He was not supposed to have the car in the first place.
So she couldn't have known that. She could not have known that. She got the car from James. She's a dunce cap drug user. She's getting a car to go fill it up with gas to get some more chemicals, but she doesn't know that James didn't have the right to give her the car.
And he could not loan it out. The owner still would like to press charges.
So the owner, James, loaned the car out without her permission. So who committed the crime here? James did. But she was charged with grand theft of a motor vehicle. This woman right here is charged with grand theft when she borrowed a car from a guy that she didn't know she couldn't borrow the car from. And They don't want us to call them pigs, but look how this guy is behaving. He's not going to go, you know what? We got the car back. There's no damage to it. We're going to take it right now. We're going to call the owner and say, come down and pick up your car. We got it. We're going to let you go. It sounds like there's some discrepancies here that don't make any sense to me. I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to let him go, and this is over. Nope.
Even though that I didn't know the man wasn't supposed to have the car, I would never even gotten in the car.
That is something you're going to have to explain to the judge.
Right. He doesn't care. He's lost all morality. He's an order-following pig.
And I would explain that, like, hey,
No way I can talk to her.
No.
Why?
She doesn't want to. She's like, take him to jail on first charges.
So you just have someone who gave their car to James, who loaned their car out, and now you're just going to follow the orders of someone who owns a car, but they can't keep track of their car. This girl said, I wouldn't have gotten the car if I had known I couldn't, but you're going to take her to jail for grand theft auto.
That's what's going to happen. Who? He's got a stolen gun on him. And he's a convicted felon and has 2 guns on him. So he's going to jail for that.
He didn't get in the car with them.
He didn't get in the car with 2 guns in his waistband? Because we found the guns on him in his waistband. So he's not going to jail for the stolen vehicle. He's going to jail for what he had on him. We're not saying he was driving. We're not saying like that. The only thing he's going to jail for is the guns. And you're going to jail for the car.
I don't see how he got a gun from literally just like, I'm in the dress cocaine.
That's what I'm saying. You don't have any guns on you.
No, I'm saying like, I called him for a reason other than scared for sure.
I see what you're saying.
When I was feeling
So
him,
then
I didn't feel no gun, so unless he picked him up out the car.
Then he had them hidden well. I mean, have y'all done anything where you would have taken his pants off and seen nothing?
Yes.
And he had no guns. And when y'all were sitting here and we passed by, you didn't see him. I mean, they were in his pants.
I was looking, so
You don't know what he was doing over there?
no, I don't.
But you don't know how he got guns?
He did not have nothing like that.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, we found them on him. 1 is stolen, and he's a convicted felon, so that's why he's going to have to go. He's not going for the car. You're taking the car. That's all you're taking. So I would explain to the judge, like, hey, this James guy said it was his car, and I could have it for drugs. So
You put something in the vehicle.
I don't know. People do dumb things sometimes.
Unless he thought they were moving.
Have you seen any guns in the car the last 2 days that you've been in?
I don't go through stuff.
You don't go through stuff?
I was like literally just.
Okay.
I mean, there's been multiple other people in the car.
Yeah. All right. Well, give me just a few more minutes and we'll get out of here, okay?
Give me just a few more minutes so I can drag you off to the dungeon and charge you with grand theft auto, even though I know that the owner of the vehicle didn't give you the vehicle. You got the vehicle from a guy named James who didn't have a right to loan it out to you, but I'm going to cause you all kinds of problems in your life. I'm going to charge you with grand theft auto, which is a felony, which means you may not be able to bond out of jail. Maybe you'll have a bond, maybe you won't. And then if you do have a bond, you have to come up with hundreds or thousands of dollars, and then you'll have to fight a charge of grand theft auto when I know for a fact that you did not steal a car. It was loaned to you from a guy named James. But I'm not a pig. Don't call us pigs. Whatever you do, don't call us pigs. Why would you call me a pig? I signed up to help people. Take a look at what you're doing, bro. Take a look at what the people around you are endorsing. Take a look at the disgusting Nazi brown shirt system that you joined. You're a scumbag pig. That's just it. There's no other way to look at it. You're a piece of shit, dude. You are a literal piece of shit. You know she didn't steal that car. You know she didn't. You know it for a fact. You even know who she borrowed the car from. You know the owner and her don't know each other. You know you have all the information to let this woman go. But yet you're choosing to persecute her and prosecute her and process her through the dungeon system, to put her in a horrible, horrible place in the county jail. You're a piece of crap. You're a pig. But don't call us pigs. It's not nice that you call us pigs. Look at what you're doing. You're earning the title you deserve. I didn't make the title up. You're earning what you deserve. Dirty jackboot thug pig. Straight up.
Yeah, I saw you.
Hey. So I got a little more in depth with her about the guns because she's like, "You never had any guns?" I'm like, "How do you know that?" And she's like, "Well, I called him and I don't have any panties on. So I've seen him nothing." And I'm like, "So how did he get the gun?" She's like, "I have no idea." She's saying they had sex, he had no guns. So where the hell did the guns come from?
Alan Hub just put on here, she'll get it kicked out, but sit in jail for months and you lose everything. And you lose absolutely everything. If it hadn't been for you guys, I would have gone completely under.
Whatever. All right. Does anyone explain to you what's going on?
No.
So the car's stolen. We're aware it was stolen. We saw him sitting here. That's why we're out with him. He had 2 guns on him, one of them being stolen. And he's obviously a convicted felon. So he's being charged with the guns.
This boy is so hard here.
I've dealt with him before. He lives off Copa. Who lives off Copa?
My granny. That's why I kept looking at you, because I know your face.
I've been on this side of town for 7 years.
Yeah.
I know his face. That's why I was like, man, I've seen you so many times.
Yes.
So the window's down. You can talk to him.
So they just track individual people and persecute them and prosecute them.
All right.
Hello.
You
Jessica. For you.
And she's a black woman and she's going to press charges for grand theft, but she knows what the jail system and the prison industrial complex has done to the black population. But yet she wants to press charges for someone else loaning out her car. Fundamentally flawed human being.
I'm gonna give you some hugs. I got you. If you want to put it down real quick. There's some stuff in there. We realize some stuff might not come along. Some of this too.
Thank you.
That work.
So ridiculous. Such a ridiculous premise.
Yeah, we did find some narcotics in there and stuff like that. So just kind of be careful. Make sure you look through there good. You know, that stuff can be mixed with whatever, so you don't want to get, breathing into that. So, yes, man. So.
Well, who's James? I mean, can we ask some rational questions right now? Who loaned her car out? Who is James? The girl in the cop car who they're arresting for grand theft auto, she borrowed the car from somebody. Why is she acting like, oh, gross, I can't touch anything? What are you talking about? Who did you give your keys to that loaned your car out? Isn't this a logical question? Shouldn't there be responsibility? Everybody, most people I know are for rule of law, that we have to live by a set of laws or we'll kill each other. I get that. But the rule of law is only meant to uphold your liberty, to uphold your rights, to protect your property, to protect you from fraud, to protect you from the looter, the robber, the criminal. Not to arrest people when we're not sure who loaned the car out. What are we doing here? And this woman is just so hip to hip with the cops.
Wow. What happened?
Came in a civil matter.
Oh, they got it.
20 Plantation View Drive. The state of New Orleans out in illegal eviction.
Wow.
Then he tried to squirm away from us. We're trying to put it
Rambling about that being in the house and how people are being kidnapped.
We don't want
Also
that.
stated that she's locked in the bathroom.
Yeah. So I'm glad so y'all say my mama died. And I told her, she was kind of like, oh, I'm gonna pull him away. I said, no, he needs to be away.
What a load of shit. what a load of shit on a stick. I mean, really, I'm talking really, what a load of bullshit. Seriously, what a load of bullshit. That we know that she did not borrow the car. She did not borrow the car from that woman. The woman who owned the car, that black woman right there, she doesn't know the blonde woman who was driving her car. So that means somebody else gave the blonde woman the car in a deal to change for some sort of chemicals and gas money. So somebody who that black woman knows made a deal with that blonde woman for the car. But now the blonde woman's being arrested for grand theft auto. It's just so ridiculously stupid. Like, officer figured the guy had plenty of charges and unlawfully charged the female because she doesn't have an attorney that's going to help her. It's such a screwed up system. It is so bad. Okay, so who needs a free trifold? Can you guys let me know in the chat who needs a free trifold? And did you go to my website and did you go to contact and say, hey, I need a free trifold, and put your full mailing address? Because I'm going to send off at least 5 free trifolds tonight. So you got to go to DeleteLawZ.com. Go to DeleteLawZ with a Z. If you can afford a trifold, don't ask for one for free. Purchase one. And then I'll give you the cop cards and an extra trifold. So you'll get 2 for 1 and you'll get the cop cards too. But if you can't afford a trifold, go to DeleteLawZ.com and then I'll send you a trifold out for free so that you have one in your car too. Okay? So you got to go to DeleteLawZ.com. If you can afford one, buy one, because I'm way down financially, as you can imagine, after being in jail for 4 months. But that doesn't stop the mission that you need a trifold in your car. You have to have a trifold in your car. You have to have the constant daily reminder that you invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. You got to read this thing 20 times so that you know all the case law inside of it that's written. So if they tell you they want to search your car, or if they tell you that they smell Mary Jane, or if they tell you they want to search your car, if they ask your passenger to get out of the car, you have to have everything in your car. So let's make sure that you have one in your car. So if you can't afford one, go to my website right now and put in there. And it's like guys like Let's Go OTVO, you gifted 5 memberships. So that means I at least have to give away 5 free trifolds to other people. We have to share and share alike until we make it to a bigger position in life. So that's where we got to get, okay? That's where we got to get. Go to DeleteLawZ.com, go to contact, and put free trifold, and I'll send you off a free trifold in the mail. Okay, I can't do everybody, but I can get 5 or 10 out because so many people buy memberships and they donate and they contribute. So that means I can give back to you. So let's do that. If you can afford to get a trifold, today's buy one, get one free, and you get the cop cards for free with it. So if you, right there, Jeff, I'll get you one out. Make sure I got your contact information. Get it out there. Get it out there as quick as you can. I've been on for 2.5 hours. Listen, I'm only working 10 hours a day from now on. I'm putting 10 hours a day in, and then I'm stopping, spending time with my family. I'm walking my dog. I'm not going to work myself to death. Supreme Court justices work themselves to death and they die in their 60s. I'm not dying in my 60s. I turned 50 in September. I am not going to work myself to death. So I'm going to get the flock out of here. You guys do me a favor, join the channel, go to DeleteLawZ.com. Make sure you get a trifold, you get a cop card. Remember, don't talk to cops. Invoke your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Get a trifold in your car. Let's go OTVO. Can I get an OTVO in the chat? Can I get an OTVO? Chille, thank you. I'm not sure what's going on with the website just yet. I'm not sure if everything's working how it's supposed to. But Jeff, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming. Team DLZ all the way, says F. I appreciate it. Rebel Studios, good to see you, my friend. It's always good to see you. Aman, good to see you. Katie, Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. Jeff hates pigs. OTVO, what is going on? Later, OTVO, Chuck P, 5000. S5001481 OTVO. Ruben says OTVO. Aaron, OTVO. Put it in there. Soy Leo. What's up, Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? What's up with the Playboy? Soy Leo, what is going on, my friend? Steve Conkler. Dude, you are my Quan. Steve showed up in Las Vegas. Steve showed up here to support me. God bless you, Steve. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you, dude. Tom Shaw is here, everybody. Brandy came through the room. Stacy, as usual, good to see you. Michelle, it's always good to see you. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. KT, good to see you. Bruce, with all your letters in the mail. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Terry, we don't stop. Forrest, we don't stop. Jeff Hates Pig. Thick Brown Line, we don't stop. We don't quit. We don't back down. We never surrender. We never say die. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, Gators.